organs will work only when we have energy in the body. Okay,
Yes.
and the energy in our body flows in a defined path. It is not chaotic here and there. In a predetermined, defined pathways are there. That is called meridians. Energy meridians. All the meridians passes through one organ. That's why it is the energy pathways are named after the organ through which it passes. Okay, and this energy has got two phases. We call the functional energy as yang, structural energy as yin. Structural and functional. Okay, yin means, actually we can, in a common man's understanding, we can compare it to coolness, coldness, refrigerator system in the body. And it is related to structure. Whereas yang energy is, it is related to movement, heat, action, function. Okay, that is two phases of the energy. And energy, the components of energy means, it consists of wind energy, heat energy, hotness energy, dryness energy, coldness energy, humidity energy. All this put together becomes energy in the body. In India, it is called Chaitanya. In Chinese language, it is called Kui. In Japanese language, it is called Ki. In Western country, it is called bioenergy. What is there within the biological body of the human being? Okay, this body, is totally governed by the energy. Okay, and our body and the whole universe is made out of 5 elements. See, any matter, for that matter, you take anything in the world is made out of energy. Energy means, atoms. For example, one atom is hydrogen, group of 8 atoms fused together is oxygen, 7 is nitrogen, 6 is sulfur, 20 is calcium, like that. 120 elements put together becomes 5 Panchamahabhutas or 5 elements.
Yes.
Space, air, fire, water, and earth, it is called. In India, in Chinese, it is called wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And for this element, there are, connected organs are there. For example, wood element means it is energy is wind. Any movement happens because of the wood element, wind energy in the body. Even flow of thought, any movement of liquid, fluid, or air, or energy, whatever moves in the body is only because of wind energy. And the related organs are liver and gallbladder. Okay. And we have fire. Please, I request all the participants to kindly mute yourself or don't speak. It will be disturbing, no, for others.
Please, sir, you can also mute all the people. Yeah. Mute all.
So, fire is required for the body to maintain warmth and radiation of the skin for digestion purpose and all. Fire is related, fire element is related. The organs are heart and small intestine. That energy is heat and hotness. And then we have, earth element means stability. Earth means stability, gathering, turbidness. Humidity energy is called earth element. The related organs are spleen and stomach. Then we have, metal energy. The metal element, the energy is dryness and moisture. Lungs and large intestine are related to that, organs of that. And then we also have water element. The related organ is kidney and urinary bladder. The energy is coldness. All these energies, wind energy, heat and hotness, humidity, dryness, and coldness makes energy, Chaitanya. And it flows in a pathway wherever it is disturbed, the disease is manifested. Okay, that is the concept of acupressure. Now, coming straight away to the menopause related issues. Okay, I'll share you some screenshot. Okay,
Yes,
then it will be, we can move ahead fast. See, for example, yeah. See, we all know, during the menopausal transition affects each woman equally, uniquely and in various ways. It is not common for everybody. Everybody has got a unique manifestation of menopause. The body begins to use energy differently, fat cell changes, and women may gain weight more easily. You may experience changes in your bone, heart health, body shape and composition, or your physical function. Friends, generally, before menopause, one can notice health changes like irregular menstrual period, hot flashes, sleeping disorders, tiredness, brain fog, joint pains, dizziness, incontinence, hair loss, breast pain, etc., headache, etc., and psychological symptoms like mood swings, fatigue, depression, irritability, memory loss, poor concentration, loss of libido, and metabolic disorders are some of the common symptoms. Friends, menopause is not a disorder. It has to happen naturally. If there is no menopause, then only it is a disorder. Friends, according to the concept of acupressure, everything in our life is related to the 5 elements. For example, when we are born as a child, in our body, the wind elements, wind means movement will be very predominant. That's why children up to the age of 12, they'll be very, very active. All the time playing, they don't feel tired. Okay, the wind element is predominant. And from 12 to 2022, fire element takes over. Fire is required for full maturity, full growth. The manifestation of secondary sexual, development will happen. For men, mustache will come, voice will change. For women, menstrual cycle starts, breast develop, like that, full growth happens. And after 22, we have to stop full growth, otherwise we'll become giants. We have to stop, no. That's why the earth element will take over. Earth means break. Earth means stability. Earth means consolidation. Earth means humidity. Earth means turbidity. Earth means phlegm. Okay, then in other words, we will settle in life. That is up to 40, 45, like that. Then the metal element will take over. Metal means dryness. All the endocrine glands and the digestive secretions will become dry. Then only the menopause starts. The symptoms, it varies from age 45 to 50, 55. The dryness begins. That's why the period will automatically, slowly, gradually, it will stop. Menopause is the point of time 12 months after a woman's last menstruation. Okay. Menopause is the point of time 12 months after a woman's last menstruation. And the time leading up to that point when women may have changes in their monthly cycle, and some of the above mentioned symptoms may appear, and this period is called transition or perimenopause. Before menopause, perimenopause. During perimenopause, the body's production of estrogen and progesterone, that is two hormones made by ovaries, vary, fluctuate to a great extent. Okay. In other words, see, while the menopausal transition may commonly be referred to as menopause, true menopause does not happen until 1 year after woman's final menstrual period. After menopause, women enter post-menopausal phase and they are more vulnerable to heart-related disease. Like, in acupressure language, we call heart fire ablaze. That means fire element that is related organs or heart become more active. You will have palpitations, you will have heat, flashes, hot flashes, on the face, on the chest, etc. And then bone-related disorder, irritability. Irritability, why it happens? Because there is too much of heat in the heart. And wind element, will be overactive. Friends, and then metabolic disorder, etc. will happen. Hot flashes, migraine, headache, and irritability, which are very common symptoms, may last for a longer period, and they may be related to change in estrogen and progesterone levels. A hot flash is a sudden feeling of heat in the upper part of the body or all over the body, and your face and neck may become red and flushed. And what is the role of estrogen? See, estrogen is a sex hormone that affects the reproductive system, urinary tract, heart, bone, breast, skin, and brain. It plays a key role in reproductive health, and it is involved in the development of secondary sexual character, menstruation, pregnancy, and menopause. According to acupressure, estrogen is linked to yin. Yin means coldness. Yin means refrigerator system in the body. Coolness. Whereas yang means progesterone. Progesterone means heat, hotness. And see, actually, all the symptoms are due to either, the disturbance in the 5-element cycle of the human body. Either, uterus, heart. Friends, according to acupressure, uterus is nourished and influenced by 5 elements. Entire body is influenced by 5 elements, including uterus. And the 5 elements represented by the organs like heart. Heart fire, that means, blood. Heart means fire, and blood is related to heat, the energy of heart. Liver means wind. The role of liver in our body is, its energy is wind. It spreads energy and blood. Anything spreads in the body is because of liver. When liver is functioning very well, stagnation will not happen, clots will not happen during the periods. Liver stores blood and supplies blood to uterus. That we should know. Whenever there is stagnation, clotting will happen. If liver is good, supply of blood to uterus will be good. Then, Then the kidney will supply water. Water means nourishment. Water means coldness. And the spleen, earth element spleen, the role of spleen in our body is to hold everything intact. Any herniation, prolapse happens because of spleen. When spleen is strong, there will be no question of prolapse of uterus, anus, umbilical, hernia, whatever, nothing will happen. Not only that, spleen is responsible for converting food into refined energy that will be supplied. Spleen is also supplies lymphatic fluid to the uterus. Lymphatic system means which takes out all the dirtiness and gives protection against any infection by producing WBCs. That is the role of the spleen. And then lungs gives moisture to every part of the body. If liver spreads and provides energy and blood to every cell of the body, lungs gives moisture to every part of the body. If lungs is weak, dryness happens. In pro-menopausal system, uterus becomes very dry, skin become dry, dryness will become predominant at some time. And one more way, so all the 5 elements have got a role to play in the general health of uterus or reproductive organs through gonadotrophic hormones which control this. Gonadotrophic hormone is controlled by anterior pituitary glands. Friends, kidney is responsible for closing of uterus and heart is responsible for opening of uterus. This we should know. If heart is active, then only uterus will open and bleeding will start. If kidney is active, then only uterus will close. Kidney is responsible for closing the uterus, then only bleeding will stop. The relationship between heart and kidney is very important for menstrual health. In acupressure, we go by 5 elements. We don't go by symptoms. If there is no bleeding, we have to activate the heart by toning the hardness point of heart that I'm going to explain and show you where it is. And bleeding happens. Heart will open even for fertilization. If heart is weak, heat is weak, there is no heat means fertilization will not happen. In menopause, because estrogen level will be very low, coldness will be very low, refrigeration system coolness will be low, heat becomes very excess. Then we will sedate the heart energy heat. Okay, then you will not get any hot flashes or anything related to heat disturbances in the whole body, like headache, migraine, palpitation, mental disturbance, madness, irritability. Everything can be controlled by sedating the heart. What point to sedate, I'm going to tell you further. Then, in Chinese acupressure, we call Jing, sperm is called as Jing, or the vitality. Coming from male partner, if heart sends fire to uterus to open, then only it can receive it. If you want to open uterus for any discharge or to receive heart fire, is required to open the uterus. Now suppose if heart fire is too much, excess, what will happen? Then uterus will not get closed. Excessive bleeding will happen. Even during menopause or during normal menstrual cycle also, if excess bleeding is there, it is an indication that there is excess of fire in the heart. I'm going to tell you how to sedate it and control it. Then how to arrest the bleeding, whether unnecessary bleeding, excessive bleeding, unwanted bleeding. How to arrest? See, For a healthy person, if you maintain your health during reproductive years properly, all the 5 elements are proper, then menopause will be very smooth. You will not have any symptoms at all. Okay, and how to arrest the bleeding? We have to activate the kidney. Tone the kidney, it will close the uterus and sedate the heart. It will, stop bleeding. It will not open the heart. It will not open the uterus. Heart will decide when to open, when to bleed, when to receive sperm. If heart is weak, it will not open and no bleeding will happen. No receiving of sperm, which may lead to infertility. On the other side, kidney is sending water, that means coldness. The refrigerator system in the whole body, not only for uterus, for whole body. Kidney is responsible for maintaining cold energy. Kidney is deciding when to close. If kidney is stronger, then uterus will close on correct time. Automatically bleeding stops. If kidney is poor, then it will not be able to close, leading to downward flow of and bleeding from uterus. Now you will get an idea. Kidney, heart will control the heat, kidney will control the cold. Similarly, liver is responsible for yeah, sorry, it was muted by mistake. So when liver is disturbed, it will lead to clots, blockages, leading to formation of fibroid cyst, etc. See, when liver is strong, it will not allow for any stagnation. Stagnation means collection of dead ovulation in the ovaries and uterus, which will form into cyst and fibroids. So, beside the energy of liver, that is, wind is responsible for triggering anger, anxiety, insomnia, because when wind energy is more, movement is controlled by liver. When it is not controlled, you will not get sleep. During the menopause, why insomnia will come? Wind energy is more. Even flow of thought is controlled by liver. When we sedate the liver point, I'll show you what it is. Very one point only. Simple. Then automatically your insomnia will go, anger will go, anxiety will come down. Liver is responsible for spreading blood and energy to all parts of the body. So, not only during menopause, right from reproductive ages, if you keep your liver, kidney, heart, spleen, and lungs in proper condition, not only your reproductive years will be very good, you will not have libido, no sexual interest. Not only that, menopause will be very smooth. Then spleen, which holds the uterus intact and nourishes, and is also responsible for lymph drainage system of the uterus. So, whether it is urinary tract infection, fibroid, cyst, any white discharge, etc., will not come if spleen is strong. And then spleen is related to earth element. Then the metal element, the related organ is lungs, which belongs to metal element, is responsible for moisturing the whole body, including the uterus, and helps to push everything down. Lungs works like a overhead tank in a house, gives supply to all parts of the house, no? All part of the body, moisture we will get from lungs. So dryness anywhere in the body, including uterus, will not happen if lungs is proper. Now I'll show you some important acupressure points to treat all the symptoms of the menopause. Okay. Friends, see, one of the important symptoms of menopause is migraine headache and general headache, okay, heaviness in the head, irritability. Okay, I'll show you. See, not only for during menopause, these points you can apply. Just a moment, I'm sharing the screen. See, my laptop is hanging. Anyhow, I'll show you the point. See, a very important point for treating any headache, any disturbance on the head. It is located on the skull border, hairline border, by the side of the vertebrae. By the side of the vertebrae. I'm going to show you the picture also. But anyhow, physically, practically, I'll show you. Can you see this is the point? See, this is the hairline border. Below that, by the side of the vertebrae. This is the vertebrae. By the side of that, it is called gallbladder 20. In acupressure point, it is called gallbladder 20. This point, that is the point where our medulla oblongata is located. What we have to do, by any one finger, two fingers you can use, gently press like this, 1 round per second. 1 second, 1 round, 30 times clockwise, 30 times anti-clockwise. That means 1 minute. Give a gap of 1 minute, again repeat it. 30 times clockwise, 30 times anti-clockwise. Like that, 2 to 3 minutes, if you give gentle pressure on that point, any headache for any reason will stop. Because that is the place where medulla oblongata is located. You have any doubt in locating the point? Very simple. That is called gallbladder 20 if you know acupressure. Otherwise, by the side of the vertebrae, below the skull, hairline border of the skull. 1 second, 1 round. 30 times clockwise, 30 times anti-clockwise. That means 1 minute. You can do it 2 to 3 minutes. From medulla oblongata, 12 pairs of cranial nerves control the whole head. 12 pairs of cranial nerves control the whole head. Whether it is running nose, headache, sneezing, eye pain, red eyes, whatever it is, ear-related issues, you can treat by these points. Okay. And then, okay. So, one major problem of menopause symptom is migraine headache. This point can be used not only during menopause, for anybody. If somebody goes in hot sun, take a bath, cold water bath or hot water bath, some people get headache for any reason, you can treat that like that, your headache will go. And then the second important point is to, the anxiety is a very common issue. How to treat anxiety? See, there is a point like on the wrist joint where the light and dark skin meets below the small finger. Okay? Below the small finger, will you be able to see my place where I have marked black color? You can see in the screen also I have shown. Screen also has shown this place. What you have to do? Gently apply pressure. 1 second, 1 round. Like that, 2 to 3 minutes you can apply there. This is anxiety point. Any anxiety, insomnia, sleep disturbance will vanish within 3 minutes, either on the left hand or in the right hand. You can apply pressure. Gently you can apply pressure. You can even apply little strong pressure also on this point. On the yin and yang. Yin means front, yang means back, where it meets. On the line of small finger on the wrist joint. Can you see the black mark there? And that is called the anxiety point. If you just press there, if you press that point, it is anxiety point, automatically, your anxiety will go. You will become sober. If, some students, they are hyperactive or some wild, what they call, they throw things, or sometimes, you get high irritability and all. It will calm the mind. This point will calm the mind, which is a common symptom after menopause or during menopause, perimenopause. Even otherwise, even premenstrual syndrome also, during menstruation, some people will get problem. You can apply pressure on this point. Okay. And then another important symptom is tiredness, mental fog, tiredness, no interest, memory loss, poor memory, not memory loss. Then what to do? We can, on the shoulder joint, where, the stitch, one stitch comes from here, another comes from shoulder, where they meet at the edge of the shoulder, on either left hand or right hand, you can gently press for 3 to 5 minutes. You press it here. It is called energy point, where cosmic energy from nature is received. There is an invisible antenna here. Even on, on top of the head also there is a point. On the nails, around the nails also there are points to receive cosmic energy. But this is very powerful point. Once you press it either on one side, left or right or both, for 3 to 5 minutes, automatically you will be refreshed, as if you have taken a coffee or tea or a cigarette. Not cigarette, you'll be rejuvenated. See, you feel tired because energy supplied to the brain does not happen. Fuse is not there. You are refixing the fuse. So, when we refix the fuse, our tube light fan works like that. This is refixing the fuse. You have to press it hard for 2 to 3 minutes. Whenever you are feeling bored, there is no close by restaurant, you want to have a coffee or tea, you press it here for 2 to 3 minutes. Without any side effect, you are refreshed. Without any expenses, you are refreshed. Okay. And then another important point, these are all, these points I'm showing you, keeping in mind common man, common woman, who, according to acupressure, there are hundreds of what we call remedies. Hundreds of protocols are there. These are all very simple. To learn systematically, we have to learn, join courses and learn, which we conduct regularly. About that, I'll share the details to our Sharmilaji. You can share it in your group. Those who are interested can join, no issue. And then now, irregular bleeding, either excessive bleeding or no bleeding or spotting, even after perimenopausal period or after menopause, what we have to do, there is a point here on this is on the elbow joint, front side of the elbow joint, middle point, center point. If you press it hard, it is called pericardium 3 point in acupressure, pericardium 3. If you press it hard, and 1 second, one round, 30 times clockwise, 30 times anti-clockwise, or you can say, take some blunt instrument, some pen, backside of the pen or pencil. I'm using a probe, wooden jimmy we call. You can, press it on this point very hard, little. You have to apply pressure. Not only uterine bleeding, any bleeding anywhere in the body will immediately stop. Any bleeding anywhere in the body will immediately stop. That is the specialty of this point. Okay, on left hand or right hand. Anywhere, it can, not only that, if you apply one, you can apply pressure by either by magnet or using butter, chana dal, batani. Take a, surgical tape. Take one mutter seed or batani seed, chana seed, and on the center point, you can fix it. It will not only stop the bleeding, it will calm the mind. It is the water point of the pericardium meridian. Pericardium means, peri means outer. Peri means outer. Cardium means related to heart, covering of the heart. Water point, it cools down the heart, and the residence of mind is heart. If you treat heart, you are treating the mind, because mind resides in the heart. Mind becomes cool if you apply pressure here. If you apply pressure on this point. Understood? No? It is very easy to understand. And then, friends, friends, one more general technique I'll teach you. See, whether it is male or female, for any reproductive organ problems, I'm going to share. Friends, will you be able to see the screenshot? See, a person is sitting on a chair, flat chair, hard surface, wooden chair or metal chair. It should be flat. You have to sit on that, keeping the ball on the ball. You have to sit. The uterine hole and the rectum hole, in between that, the ball has to be placed and sit on that and rotate it. Gently rotate it. Just push it for about 2 to 3 minutes. That is the acupressure point. So, any irregularity in the menstrual cycle or disorder of the reproductive organ will be very effectively treated by physical acupressure. But we should not, ladies should not do that during the menstrual period. The 5 days, we should, don't use that. Otherwise, if you can use it regularly, you will not have any menstrual disturbances, where, premenopausal or postmenopausal disturbances you will not get. Friends, one more simple for a common man, I'm going to show you. See, I'm going to share a screenshot. Yeah. Enlarge. Yeah. Friends, on your big toes, bottom of the big toes, if you can tightly put rubber band for about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, excessive bleeding will stop. Unwanted bleeding. You are bleeding even after 6 days, 7 days, or even after, during perimenopausal period. Or even after menopause, sometimes some people will bleed. How to stop it? The occupying points are there, but for a common person, you can put about 10-15 rubber bands on the bottom of the big toes. Automatically, bleeding stops immediately. Don't put it for more than 5 minutes. If you want, you give a gap of 15 minutes and again repeat it till the bleeding stops. Even bottom around both. No, it is ordinary rubber band. Ordinary rubber band will do. I'm showing you a rubber band. You can make it 2 or 3 fold. Use about 8 to 10, 15 rubber bands. One rubber band, but I am making 3 fold. 2 or 3 fold you can make depending upon the size of the toe. You can make 2 so that it will not be very tight. Keep it for 5 minutes. Don't keep it more than for 5 minutes because blood supply will stop. What you have to do? Give a gap of 15 minutes and repeat it till the bleeding stops. Even excessive bleeding, continuous bleeding, even after 5 days, or even during perimenopausal period, after menopause, bleeding will stop. Not only that, friends, there is one more point to stop unwanted bleeding. That is in the leg. I'm going to show you now. See, this is the inner malleolus bone. Malleolus bone is there, no? 4 fingers above that, you will find one point here. I have put a magnet, white magnet, that is called SP6, spleen 6 point. If you apply pressure there, unwanted bleeding stops. Not only that, it is in meeting point of the whole body we call in acupressure. That means in means coldness. Meeting point the all meeting point of all in organs is SP6, where if you tone it or sedate it or apply one seed, take a seed of matar or chana or batani, stick it to the surgical tape and put it on that point, 4 fingers above the malleolus bone. It will cool the system, stop bleeding. Okay. And then, as I told you, friends, for headache, I have told you one point here. If you want, you can even use, okay, before headache, on the screen, I'm showing you one point. It is, on the outer side of the foot, ankle. Please enlarge it. Will you be able to see the screen? I'm going to show you practically. Will you be able to see? See, this is the outer side of the leg. Malleolus bone is there. Below that, you can see the white mark. I have put a magnet there for demonstration purpose. If you apply a magnet or pressure there, if you apply a magnet, if you know how to apply magnet, it is 5-number magnet, Boyle magnet it is called. It doesn't matter. You can apply one seed, bigger seed like mutter seed. It is called yang heel vessel master point. We call yang heel vessel master point. If you apply pressure there, it will expel unwanted energy from the head, whether depression, headache, or anxiety, anything related to head, running nose, cold, throat problem, and then abdominal masses, anything related to gonads, the reproductive organs, and outer part of the leg. Whatever the problem, that point will treat. It is a very powerful point. If you apply pressure there, naturally, all your mental related disorders, whether related to menopause or even otherwise, is a very good point to treat unwanted energy, unwanted thoughts, depression, epileptic seizure, excess current in the body, in the head. Everything will be addressed by treating that point. It will take out, very useful point to calm the mind, to take out unwanted emotional negativities. Very good point. And then, on the other hand, on the opposite side of the same, in the leg, I'll show you. For example, it is called K6. Here, this is on the inner side of the leg, malleolus bone on the ankle. With one thumb below that is the point. One thumb below this bone, it is called K6 in acupressure language. This point. Just one thumb below this bone. It is called kidney 6. Kidney means prenatal energy, what we get from my parents. Prenatal energy is good means growth is good. Prenatal energy is good means our growth is good. Our health will be good. If prenatal energy is weak means everything will be late. So, it is the point of refrigerator system in the body. It will cools the body. Whenever you have any heat symptoms, hotness in the body, not only during menopause, even otherwise, whenever you have mouth ulcer, acidity, excess heat in the body, if you press that K6 point on the inner side below the malleolus bone, one thumb below that, that is refrigerator point, cools the body, automatically the postmenopausal symptoms of irritability, headache, all nausea, everything will be get clear. Even during your normal reproductive ages, every day if you massage these points, your reproductive health will be very good, libido will be very good, and at the time of menopause, you will not have any problems. Okay, and I'm going to tell you one more important, very important point. It is called Buddha triangle. Buddha triangle. That means, see, on the wrist, I have put three. One on this, one on here, one on this, on the wrist, below the small finger on the wrist, 1 point, below the thumb, 1 point, and on the central line here, 3 fingers below the wrist. 3 fingers below the wrist. What you have to do? You have to simply apply Chanadana. If you know acupressure, how to apply magnet, you can sedate these 3 points. You become a Buddha. It is called Buddha triangle. You will not have any anxiety, palpitation, tachycardia, bradycardia, whatever the disease is related to, heart, chest, and mental disturbance will disappear. And friends, I forgot to tell you an important thing. The refrigerator point on the inner side of the leg will take care of the nourishment of the whole body, including uterus. Any infertility, irregular periods, everything will be solved by treating on this point. I think, there are many hundreds of protocols are available, but as our Sharmilaji has suggested, one more extended class we can have. I can practically show you offline class. In offline classes, it will be better to understand easily and apply it so that, you will be surely benefited, because acupressure therapy is very, very effective because it is discovered by rishis like Charaka Samhita, Sushruta Samhita, Bharadwaja, Patanjali, Vagbhata. So many rishis have written. It's all divine knowledge discovered by the rishis. I may be doing a wrong thing in my diagnosis, but whatever has been written is completely truth. So, friends, I think this number of points is sufficient for a day. Now you can ask me any of your doubts. I'm going to reply. If necessary, I'll give you some more points depending upon your questions.
Good afternoon, sir. How to sedate the heat, sir, that heart?
Pardon?
Sir, sedating the heat, sir, that heart point, sir.
Yeah. See, on your either left hand or right hand, this point is related to master point of the heart meridian. I have put it tone. If depending, if your heart is weak, you can tone it. If you have palpitation, high BP, you can sedate it. If you sedate it, heart energy is heat. Heat becomes sober down. If you sedate it or apply one seed, like, butter seed, batani seed, if you apply here, heart will cool down. Not only that, one more point. Heart is controlled by pericardium. Master of heart is pericardium. Pericardium 6, this point. See, three fingers down from the wrist, where I have put this yellow magnet on the center line. 3 fingers below the wrist, on the center line, on the inside of the wrist. If you apply pressure, it will cool down the heart and the mind. Pericardium means mind, because mind resides in the heart. All emotions can be controlled by treating heart and pericardium. Palpitation, anxiety, it is very good point. That is why you can use Buddha triangle to cool down heart. Any other question, please?
सर 4 gates point पे थोड़ा सा वो बता दीजिए तो 4 gates के बारे में.
Oh, very good. May I know who is speaking? How did you know?
Sir, Smita.
Smita, you have studied acupressure?
Yes, sir. 5th semester.
Oh, very nice. Friends, I'll thank you, Smita ji, for asking a wonderful question, because
Welcome, sir.
there is a concept of 4 gates in acupressure. Gates means darwaza, door. If you open the door, any blockages anywhere in the body, whether it is in the mind, psychosomatic or physical or psycho, or any blockages anywhere in the body can be removed by applying pressure on, one is on LI4, which is located on the, see, this is the metacarpal bone of the thumb, this is the metacarpal bone of the index finger. In between that, you will find one elevated part of the hand. I have already put one magnet there called point number LI4. If you apply one seed there or sedate it, one is LI4, another is liver 3. Liver 3 is located on the dorsum side of the foot, the metatarsal bone of the big toe and the second toe, where they meet, there is a pit where the metatarsal bone of the big toe, big thumb, and the second toe, where they meet, there is a pit. That is the point. That is called liver 3. It can be put even on correspondence on the hand. LI4 and liver 3, if you sedate, your headache will go, your BP will go, any blockages anywhere in the body will go, and it will be very useful for uterine health. For any reproductive health, because in most of the problem occurs because of accumulation, unwanted accumulation, blockages in ovaries and uterus can be treated by applying these 2 points. These 2 points are very good to calm down the mind, to control the BP, and remove blockages anywhere in the body. So all the time you can apply, so that you can avoid any disease. Friends, any disturbance in the flow of energy only causes disease. When the disturbance is removed, easy flow is there will be no disease. Health is restored. Very nice. Please practice this during all the time, so that your menopause will be smooth. You will not have any problem at all. In acupressure, we do have treatment for not only during or after menopause, during reproductive period, totally any gynecological problem we can address, including infertility. It is very simple. If you keep all the energies of the 5 elements, that is wood elements, wind energy, fire elements, heat and hotness, earth element, humidity, metal element, dryness, water element, coldness, are balanced, your health is very good. Friends, before I end the session, I want to show you one simple exercise. You practice it right from now. Even if you have menopausal problem, it will go. If you don't have menopausal problem, you are during the reproductive ages, anybody can practice it. Your overall health will improve, including gynecological disturbances. I'm going to show you now. Please practice it every day. This exercise will, I have seen this. I'm going to explain how it is going to, help a person. Now I'm going to demonstrate it. Friends, you have to stand. Your legs should be on your shoulder level. 6-inch gap should be there between the 2 foot. Stand comfortably. The first step is raise your hands. While breathing out, close your mouth and breathe out forcefully. Kapalbhati. I'll show you now. What I have done, just I'm breathing from mouth. I'm breathing from my nose. Close my mouth with force. While bringing down both the arms. First step. By doing this, your trachea, the bronchos, bronchialis, alveolis, all the parts of the lungs will open up. You will be able to inhale more oxygen. Oxygen is mixed with the blood. Blood is rejuvenated and sent to heart for circulation. Automatically, every cell of your body is nourished more. You will be able to inhale more, exhale more by throwing out all the toxins. It is nothing but a part of Kapalbhati. The second step is when we bring the hands on par with the body, you have to stand on your toes. Stand on your toes. I'll show you. You have to, you have to stand on your toes while when your hands are on par with the body. Don't, stand while your hands are up. That is not correct. See? Like this. By doing this, when we stand on our toes, all the, energy meridians, end point and opening points are located at the toes. The circuit will be very good. Energy flow will be very good. When energy is very good, your immunity will be good. All organ functional activities will be good. You will not get any disease as long as energy is normal. Only when energy flow is disturbed, you are inviting trouble, health troubles. The third position is this exercise we have to do in yoga. Those who have attended yoga, you may be knowing that, Ashwini Mudra or Mula Bandha in yoga. Mula Bandha means closing the rectal hole, anus hole. Ashwa means horse. Horse will pull back the anus hole. Like, when you tighten your hip muscles, automatically you will close the hip muscle. Come to the position, all the 3 steps, we have to put it together, do it together. Now I'm in come to the position, I close my anus hole. This exercise, you can do it early in the morning in empty stomach, before breakfast, after passing the bowls. In the evening, if you want to do, you can do it 4 hours after food when stomach is empty. Anybody can do it, and during menstrual cycle, don't do it. 5 days, you don't do it. Okay? By doing, see, when we do the exercise while closing the Mula Bandha, the Muladhara chakra, which will store the cerebrospinal fluid, will send it to, what ventricles in the brain, which is the distributing channel of cerebrospinal fluid. The cerebrospinal fluid works like a acid in a battery. When we do this exercise, the whole body is energized. You'll get a glow in the face. You don't feel tiredness at all. Any of the menopausal symptoms will disappear. The best exercise, you can practice it right from any time. Don't wait for menopause. You practice it, your menopause will be very good, excellent. You will not have any symptoms. Not only that, your general health will improve like anything.
सर थर्ड वाली एक बार और बता दीजिए प्लीज.
Yeah. The exercise, this, automatically you have to tighten your hip muscles, close the anus hole. That is the position. Then you have to do it while closing the anus hole. That's all. See, from tomorrow onwards, every morning do it 10 times for 1 week. Next week 15, next week 20, next week 25, then 30. You can take it up to 50 or 100 depending upon your capacity. You will not have any heart and chest related issues, BP, etc., or heart related issues. Not only that, overall health will improve. Your immunity system will be very good. You'll, all the health, skin health, heart health, which will give radiation to whole body skin. And aging process will be stopped, delayed. Because there is bioenergy which governs every cell of the body, is distributed throughout the body. You'll be very, very energetic and strong.
सो फर्स्ट स्टेप में पहले इनहेल करना है मुंह से और एक्सहेल करना है नाक से.
नो मुंह से कुछ नहीं, मुंह हमेशा बंद रखना.
ओके, सिर्फ नाक से ही एक्सहेल और इनहेल करना है. और सेकेंड स्टेप में जब एक्सहेल करते हैं तब हैंड नीचे जाना चाहिए एंड यू हैव टू बी ऑन टू योर टोज.
करेक्ट.
एंड व्हाइल यू आर ऑन टू योर टोज यू आर tightening your muscles of your hip.
I have made it 3 steps to make you understand. There is only one. While doing, you have to do only all the 3 combined.
All together at one time.
Together. Just to make you understand, I made it in 3 parts.
That was very easy to understand, sir. Just wanted to confirm that.
I request all the acupressure therapists to practice it so that your immunity is very good. Even if a COVID patient comes, you can treat. I have treated umpteen number of COVID patients without any protection. So far, nothing has happened to me. I practice this. And one more thing, you will not get tummy. You can bend the body like anything. You'll be very, very flexible. Whatever unwanted deposition is there, whether in the tummy or in the hips or wherever, it will go. It is an excellent exercise for therapists. Not only for therapists, for everybody, especially for women. Because women are more prone to fluctuations because of they have the power to, regenerate, power to conceive. That is why their health has to be more important than a man. And especially before conceiving, 3 months, if you practice this, it will be like panchakarma. All toxins will go away. Body will become very fertile. It is very essential that you have to practice this. If you have any doubt, actually.
सर मुझे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था.
पूछिए.
सर अभी जो आपने K6 पॉइंट बताया था, तो K6 पॉइंट जो है वो कूलिंग पॉइंट है. तो अगर जब किसी को फीवर आता है, जब अगर हम K6 पॉइंट देते हैं, क्योंकि उसको अंदर से तो ठंड लगती है लेकिन ऊपर से उसकी बॉडी गर्म रहती है.
नहीं. या मैं बताऊंगा मैडम. See, for any fever, whether it is due to cold or heat, you have to sedate governing weather 14, meeting point of all young organs. Meeting point of all young organs. GV14, LI11, and LI4. If you want, you can add stomach 36 and liver 3. That will take out all toxins in the body. So generally, it will go. You know, LI11 is situated here. LI11 point is here. You apply one any seed, bigger seed, rajma, or chana, or some seed you apply.
Homeostasis
One on
points,
here,
sir.
one on LI4, one on GV14. Fever will go for sure.
Yeah, homeostasis point actually.
See, but I tell you, you know, fever, you have to understand why the fever has come. If it is due to infection, there are separate points. If it is generally due to excess heat or excess cold, we have to treat, you know, excess field means sedate the K6. If it is excess heat, then sedate. This is heart 7. Heart means heat. Heart 7 or LI11, homeostasis point. LI11. LI11 maintains the equilibrium of everything in the body, whether it is temperature, fluids, everything is taken care by sedating or stimulating LI11.
बियोल में भी यूज कर सकते हैं ना सर?
क्या मैडम?
बियोल में भी यूज कर सकते हैं?
बियोल में बहुत बढ़िया में इलाज मिलेगा
जी. और सर अभी आपने जो 4 गेट पॉइंट्स जो बताए हैं ब्लॉकेज के लिए, तो जैसे नॉर्मली हमें अपनी हेल्थ या बच्चे वगैरह जैसे रहते हैं उनकी इम्यूनिटी वीक है, तो उनको अगर इम्यूनिटी वीक के लिए देना है या फिर कुछ मिनिमम
इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के लिए LI1 टोन,
ओके,
LI1 टोन एंड LI4 टोन, 2 पॉइंट एनफ.
ओके ओके, दोनों टोन. ओके सर,
दोनों टोन करना, इम्यूनिटी बढ़ेगा.
ओके ओके सर.
So any other queries, anybody?
सर, सो आपने जो
हाँ,
2
सर।
पॉइंट बोले थे, जो गेट ऑफ एनर्जी वाले, जो LI4 और दूसरा कौन सा बोला था?
LI11.
LI11 और
is the homeostasis. Homeostasis means maintaining equilibrium in the body of any
Okay, sir.
body fluids and all the 5 elements, whether it is hotness, coldness, humidity, dryness, and whatever disturbances is maintained. Homeostasis, when it is maintained, you know, you will not be disturbed at all. That means your health is normal.
और सर LI4 और liver 3 आपने जो बोले थे, जो सीडेट करने के लिए आपने
LI4
बोले थे,
liver
जो
3 is called
ब्लॉकेजेस
4
निकालने,
gates.
हाँ,
4
तो
gates,
वो ब्लॉकेज निकालने के लिए आपने बोले थे,
mainly for blockage.
तो वो
For
नॉर्मली
immunity,
हम सीडेट
LI4,
करके
LI11,
रख सकते हैं?
see, for sedate means open the door,
जी
flush out,
जी,
झाड़ू मारना.
सही
LI4
है सर.
and liver 3 for removing turbidity or all unwanted things, cleaning.
तो वो
Whereas
हम कभी भी सीडेट करके रख सकते हैं?
रख सकता है, क्लीन हो
Okay.
जाएगा.
सर प्रेगनेंसी में नहीं कर सकते ना, ये भी बताना पड़ेगा आपको।
Pregnancy में don't use LI4.
जी सर.
SP6 and LI4 don't use in pregnancy.
जी.
During pregnancy, you can use K6. Kidney 6 means nourishment. It will nourish the mother and the child. Along with K9, if you tone, it will, you know, it is the baby production point. Hereditary disease will not come to the baby if you tone K9. Baby will be very healthy. Along with that, for any nourishment, for anybody, K6, water means nourishment.
सर एक मैं आपको इसमें फीडबैक देना चाह रही हूँ। मैंने आपसे एक बार पूछा था, मेरी मेड की वूम में
उसके डॉक्टर ने बोला था कि ये रिमूव करवाइए फेटल, इसका किडनी खराब है, ऐसा बोला था। मैंने आपको मैसेज किया था, आपने K9 को टोन करने के लिए बोला था। आज से 3 साल पहले की बात है ये। और अब वो बच्चा बिल्कुल हेल्दी है, बहुत अच्छे से खेलता है, अदरवाइज वो रिमूव करवा देती वो बच्चा।
No, madam, I had treated with this even some very tough like that rubella and all I had treated with K9. Where rubella is
बहुत
a
अच्छा था।
it's a very good proven point to protect the baby in the mother's womb. Fetus is protected by K9. If anybody has got any issues, you can all the time, anytime you can contact me. I'll share my address and location. You all of you can, I mean, anybody is interested, you can consult. There's no problem. We have very good treatment plans in TCM, any disease, because we go by pattern of diseases. For example, blood pressure or diabetes means we don't give diabetes metformin. No. Diabetes is a metabolic disorder, upper, middle, lower hormonal disturbances. Or diabetes can come due to stomach heat or heart failure ablaze or various reasons. We have to treat according to the symptom, the reason, the pattern of diseases. BP also comes because of excess wind, either internal or external, or excess heat. Or excess phlegm, obstruction. Phlegm means obstruction. BP comes for various reasons. There is no thumb rule that for BP means this medicine. No. That is why it is very, very effective. We can treat any disease.
सर बीपी के लिए कौन सा बताया आपने?
बीपी के लिए
IBP.
Yeah, see, LI4, stomach 9. It is called empirical point for blood pressure. Stomach 9, LI4, LI11, stomach 36, liver 3. Sedate, K3 tone.
एक बार और बोल दीजिए. ST9.
No. For purpose of blood pressure, stomach 9, empirical point for blood pressure. Along with that, LI4, LI11, stomach 36, liver 3, and gallbladder 41, all sedate, kidney 3 tone. Kidney 3 means nourishment. Cool.
सर थायराइड के लिए कुछ बताइए ना.
Yeah, see, thyroid is a metabolic disorder of water. Water element is more, it is not converted into energy, it remains. That's why you gain weight. There will be lot of disturbance, and nourishment to skull will not be there. That's why hair fall will be there. And you will feel tired, etc. But for thyroid, stomach 10 is an empirical point, but we have to see the condition. There is no one point. We have to see the condition, analyze, then only we can come to thyroid. There are 5 protocols. We have to see which element is disturbed. Anyhow, I'll send you contact me in WhatsApp message. I'll send you all the details, all the 5 protocols related to thyroid. There is no one protocol. We have to see the patient, collect the symptoms, then accordingly we have to treat.
So you have told points. You have told many points to stop bleeding, like excess bleeding. So can these points be given for normal, like for that there should be normal flow?
Yeah. No. If during reproductive period, if normal flow is, don't apply. If excessive bleeding only, you apply. Especially this point, and SP6 will immediately stop bleeding. Even on the base of the thumb, apply rubber band, it will immediately stop.
No, sir, that I got. But for normal flow, like whatever flow should be there, so for that, what point should we give? Like
you have to balance kidney and heart. You have to balance. Kidney will open the uterus, and kidney. Yeah, heart will open the uterus. Kidney will close the uterus. So we have to balance it. We have to see the condition, see the symptom, then decide.
Okay, okay.
हाँ सर, आपने जो एक्सरसाइज बताई वो इनफर्टिलिटी के पेशेंट पे यूज कर सकते हैं?
Very good for, madam, infertility means kidney essence deficiency mainly, or any other symptom. See, it is not one problem. There may be PCODs. We have to treat that and then only we can clear. We have to collect all the information, then I can suggest. Infertility comes for 5-6 major reasons. Whether it is due to fibroids or PCOD or essence deficiency or deficiency of Ming-Men fire. The deficiency of, follicle stimulation hormone, hypofollicular stimulation hormone. We have treatment for that. Don't worry. Any reason of
एक्सरसाइज उनको सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं ये वाली जो आपने बताई?
लेकिन साथ में we have to find out the reason and treat.
यस सर, थैंक यू सर.
सर अभी आपने
सर
किडनी
इसकी
और
रिकॉर्डिंग
हार्ट का
मिलेगी
कुछ
क्या?
बताया था?
जो आप अभी लाइव क्लास की इसकी,
क्या मैडम?
सर इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग मिलेगी क्या अभी जो अभी लाइव क्लास?
We'll share the recording. What is it belongs to our Sharmila ji. I'll request her to share.
सर अभी आपने किडनी और हार्ट का बताया था. किडनी ओपन्स यूट्रस ऐसा कुछ कहा था आपने. हार्ट ओपन.
Heart opens the uterus, kidney closes the uterus. Kidney nourishes the uterus.
Heart opens uterus or kidney close.
Yeah. If heart is weak, there will be excessive bleeding. It has to be balanced. Both heart and kidney. See, heart is fire. Fire is controlled by water.
Yes, sir.
Like that.
और सर K9 भी आपने कुछ बता रहे थे आप. K9 का
K9 is the protector of the child in the mother's womb. K9 is a point which protects the fetus, baby in the mother's womb. See, hereditary disease will not come. Not only that, no disease will come.
सर तो वो K9 हम पूरी during whole pregnancy we can
whole
tone
pregnancy tone it, one single point on left and right, only one point.
और सर PCOD PCOS के लिए we need to gather all the information.
PCOD treatment is different.
First. That's what I'm asking. We need to gather the information first and then we can treat the
in
patient
PCM we don't call
accordingly.
PCOD. We call humidity in urinary bladder.
In urinary bladder.
Pattern of diseases. We don't go by the blood pressure.
The normal name.
No. Our
It's
diagnosis
a different
is
name
different. Pattern of diseases.
So gather all the information and then because I've got
get the information. We have treatment for any problem.
Okay, sir.
So
Thank you.
I'll hand it over to Sharmila ji for concluding the session.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
बहुत अच्छा सेशन था.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Shall we close the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, from bottom of the heart. Really, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.